there's always a time and a need. I
Yes.
think that's the big thing is like
Yeah.
starting a relationship with someone
Yes.
and they might not have a retention problem or an ad problem
Yep.
now, but
Yeah.
in 6 to 12 months, the business changed, the performance changed,
Yes.
a leader or or a person in a strategic role is no longer there. All right, Jana, welcome to the Brand Building Podcast. How are you?
Thank you. So happy to be here.
It's so great to have you on. I know we are so excited to have you on the team at Bread Loaf. And in this episode, I wanted to, get to essentially introduce you as, our new head of growth partnerships.
Yes. So stoked to be here. Honored to work with Bread Loaf. Really amazing because I've known you for so many years, Mark.
I know. It's like it's so cool that we've been friends for so many years. And I know I've told this story a million times, but we're on the podcast, so I have to tell it. So for everyone listening, like Jan and I met, I want to say it was 2018,
Mhm.
and I moved into a new neighborhood in Playa del Rey, and my husky Charlie met more people in the neighborhood than me and my roommates combined. There was one weekend I'm sailing and I get a call from a neighbor being like, "Your huskies in our backyard party." There was a weed shop down the street, and we were on a name to name basis with the security guard from the weed shop because he would go over there so often. And then one morning, I get a call from Jana, and hi, I found your dog, and you
On a
had
busy street,
yeah. Yeah, you had chased him into a laundromat
dry
or like
cleaners.
dry
Yeah.
cleaners.
And I shut the door and he was like running through the laundry. I felt so bad, but they were totally cool.
So cool. So obviously you gave me a call and brought him back and we've been friends ever since.
I
So
know. I love that.
yeah.
Like such a genuine, like wholesome person too. Like you've always gone on walks with me. You brought Charlie over. I've taken Charlie on walks all the time. It was just such a great relationship. And
Oh, I know. I
you did.
remember when you were at Fox, I mean,
Yes.
you and the Fox girls would come over and take him for a walk during the day and he would come back happier than he'd ever been.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. No, that was awesome. And I loved our walks too because I
Yeah.
learned so much from you. Like,
Oh, totally.
you were such a thought leader. You've always been a thought leader in
I
this
appreciate
space.
that. Thanks,
And
Jana.
yeah, no, I've always like looked up to you as an inspiration. And I'm so glad. I can't believe we're working together today.
I know. And just so you guys know, I mean, I'm going to let Jana dive into her background, but Jana joined the Bread Loaf team at the beginning of this year, and she's now leading up partnerships essentially on biz dev and in internal growth partnerships. She's leading, the all communication with Klaviyo, which we've been blessed to now become one of the top Klaviyo partners in the world. So we have, I want to say, almost 2 dozen different point of contacts at Klaviyo at this point, and we'll get into some of the fun stuff that we've been doing with them over the last few months. But before we get there, Jana, let's hear about your background. Like,
Yeah,
how
for
did you
sure.
get into this D2C marketing advertising world?
Yes, no, I love that question. Let's see. So the past 10 years, I was in the same space. So that's why Mark and I always had a lot to talk about. I worked for another digital marketing agency. I was their top performing salesperson for almost a decade. And it was awesome. Like, starting out 10 years ago in D2C, it was a lot different. There were a lot more opportunities, not as much competition. And so now it's a lot harder, more challenging, but also I know the industry, the space that much better. So my background's fashion, and we really launched that agency going to trade shows, meeting with a ton of fashion brands because I know so many people in the industry, and we were able to grow, and it was really awesome. Thankful for that experience. And before that, yeah, going back to your original question, D2C, the reason I broke into it, well, I had been in fashion before for like a decade, and I was a fashion designer, worked for like big companies like Guess Inc., Tilly's as their fashion trend analyst. Really fun jobs, but it was also very corporate, and I just wanted a little bit more freedom, working remote, some flexibility. So I ended up quitting my job and traveling the world. And that was the best thing I ever did. It was so much fun. And I just got really lucky when I came back after 6 months. Well, first I went to like Europe. I did a few months there. I went to Australia, spent 3 months there. went to Bali, just living the dream. I even thought I might move to Australia. But, at that point, I couldn't get a visa. So, like, I'd have to be a bartender. And I'd already worked so many years for so long that I just wasn't ready to walk away from my career and my dreams yet. So, ended up just in the right place at the right time, got offered this position with the digital marketing agency. I really didn't know that much about sales. And it was really hard at first. I cried all the time. The rejection, but also it made me a lot stronger. And then once I saw how much money people were making and what we were doing for them just through, paid ads, email marketing, Facebook was really having its heyday back then. With very minimal ad spend, we could really scale people, and it was awesome. So it was really fun and exciting to see. And I was like, oh, I love this. Like, this is awesome. I'm helping so many different companies and so many different brands, getting to work with fashion clients. And yeah, I was so excited about, what we were doing that I even decided to launch my own e-commerce business. So I was like,
Yeah, tell
okay.
us more about After Sunset.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been awesome. So I launched it over the pandemic just because I had more time. The world shut down and I actually could spend some time working on it. And it was really interesting. I had to do everything from, by myself. Working with the digital agency, I kind of knew what to do. So I had a roadmap of, set up some emails, run some ads, social media. So, it's been a challenge. And then I ended up getting pregnant, being really sick, and I couldn't really work on it for some time, but I kept
Well,
selling out of it.
getting married, getting
Getting
pregnant,
married. Yeah,
becoming a full adult. Yeah.
that's true. A lot happened.
Yeah.
We moved. So we were living in Hermosa. We moved to Austin, and now we're in Salt Lake City. So it's been a whirlwind the last 5 years. So I had to take some breaks on that, but I can't give it up. It's my dream as well. So After Sunset is the sustainable sleepwear line. Again, my love for fashion, I just can't walk away from it. But I really love it because it helps me understand exactly what my clients are going through, especially startups and whatnot. But also because I've been on the brand side and the corporate side, I also can relate to those brands as well with multiple different teams, e-commerce teams, email teams. I just know exactly where someone's at in their journey of, going D2C and focusing on e-com. So that was a really long answer.
No, I think that was a great answer. Yeah, I mean, you have so much experience. I think obviously we've been friends for years, and we've like always, if there wasn't a deal that was right for you guys or wasn't a deal right for us, we always shared leads if
Yeah.
possible. And obviously you were in, brand marketer growth for a while too when we
Yeah. I
when we were
learned so much
running
from you.
that. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's something that we are definitely, it's put it on the back burner now, but
Yeah.
we definitely want to relaunch that in the future. I think
Yeah.
there's just so many opportunities on the agency service side right now to grow Bread Loaf that's the top priority at this given time. But
100%.
but yeah, I mean, one thing that, obviously this industry, as you know, it's sales is completely different from anything else.
Yes.
Like it's like when you have a lead, when you have a deal, it's you're not hard selling someone. We're dealing with
Yeah.
people that are very seasoned operators. They have a high level, high frequency, high agency, and there's no bullshitting the type of founders and operators we're working with.
100%.
So, all those sales tactics that, people write about and make YouTube videos on and sell courses on, like they just don't work. It's like it's building really strong relationships.
Relationships. Yeah.
And the sales cycle, it could be, it could be 1 to 2 weeks. It could be 6 years. It could be 6 months to 2 years
I mean,
before
I
you
think
close a
my
deal.
longest deal, it took a few years to close, and then we ended up getting like 3 brands through this one company. So you just never know. And that's the fun part about sales is the relationship, keeping in touch and just being there when someone needs something. Like we're just happy to support if there's a need.
Absolutely. And there's always a time and a need. I
Yes.
think that's the big thing is like
Yeah.
starting a relationship with someone
Yes.
and they might not have a retention problem or an ad problem
Yep.
now, but
Yeah.
in 6 to 12 months the business changed, the performance changed,
Yes.
a leader or or a person in a strategic role is no longer there.
Yeah.
So,
Or
I
just
think
having the bandwidth too. Like some
oh,
people start to
absolutely.
outgrow.
Absolutely.
Also, another thing about having a startup myself is, I learned really quickly, like there's a right time for an agency. You know, you don't want to just spend all your money if you're not making enough money yet with an agency. So we want to kind of
100%.
have someone that's ready. Like, I never want to feel like I'm taking someone's money. I want to make sure that we're growing that and we're bringing on a client because we can genuinely grow them. So it's, again, it's
100%.
like when they have the budget, the bandwidth, when it makes sense for them to scale.
Yeah, absolutely. It's, you know, when you need growth mindset, you need growth capital, and you need
Yep.
like certain markers in the business to want to get to that next level.
Yes.
And every business is in a different phase. And I think that's why it's so interesting when you hear like a lot of thought leaders in D2C, some of them like bashing agencies or some of them talking agencies the only way. It's like, do you, you know, I always say when I hear people that wanting to bash agencies, I'm like, do you have an attorney on staff? No. Do you have a CPA that's full time working
Mhm.
for you? No.
A
Um,
CMO.
a CMO,
Mhm.
like if you don't, like a lot of times you don't have these roles, and every company has strengths and weaknesses.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, like for the most part, the businesses that we work with, obviously we work in some other industries too, but for selling physical products through direct to consumer, you need to be a sales and marketing focused organization.
Yep.
And if you're, which is sometimes you might be more product marketing focused, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you might be more brand focused, but
Yeah.
agencies help fill the gap when it
Exactly.
comes
You
to
hire an
performance.
expert in every single channel. So it's
Exactly.
like you
Yep.
have a Google expert, that's all they do. A Meta expert,
100%.
that's all they do. Email, retention, like there's just so many things that as a small business myself, I could never afford to hire a team of 5 people. Not even that. With us, you're getting like a team of 10 people, which is crazy. Copywriters, creative. And I love that about Bread Loaf because we do offer so many services, really whatever people need, like we can help with. We do have our expertise in our 4 different departments, but I love that we can also offer creative, post production, help with AI because like AI can be a huge waste of time for people. There's a lot of AI that's not quality content. So I love seeing that we have platforms that are creating that quality content as well as creative directors who are overseeing it to make sure that's what the client wants.
Absolutely. Well, let's get in and talk a little bit about the Klaviyo Bread
Yeah.
Loaf partnership.
Yes.
So,
Love it.
you know, since you've dove into this role like right away, obviously we had this really just amazing successful event. It was called From the Tee Box to the Inbox with Klaviyo. This is the first year we did it. We essentially had, you know, a group of founders and operators at the Waste Management Open in Scottsdale the other week. And essentially, Jana came on to help fill that event and tell us about the event. How did
It
it
was so
go?
much fun. It definitely set the bar high for any golf event. It was
Yeah.
really awesome. We had really great, founders and leaders, great conversations that were organic and natural. It wasn't like, sales presentations or anything. So just a great way to meet people that care about what they're doing and want to grow and just compare notes with other thought leaders. So, I mean, it was an awesome event, awesome people. I mean, the seats were amazing. So, I don't think you could ask for better seats. Shade, open bar, food. Like, we were very spoiled. It felt like we rented out the entire suite and it was just really special. Like, I'm excited that we want to do it again next year, go even bigger. But really, I feel bad for anyone that missed out.
Yeah.
It
I
was a
know
great
a lot of people
opportunity.
couldn't make it. I mean, it was a, you
Yes,
know, if you were local, which we had some awesome brands like Bad Birdie, Alexander Jane
yes,
there, Midori, and, you know, it was awesome to have these brands there. We had a blast.
yes.
You know, Sunday we had the Nine Green hospitality area. We had plenty of room, full open bar
Yeah, and we
and
hear we lucked
buffet.
out with that because every other day was so crowded.
Yeah,
So
it was really
Sunday is
packed.
the day to go. Don't tell anyone though.
Totally. Yeah. So we're definitely going to do it again next year. And we're already talking with Klaviyo about how we can potentially 2 or 3x the size of it with attendees. So
Yeah, and
yeah,
Klaviyo is so awesome. Like they're just so great. I can't say enough good things about them. They're the original ESP platform, and I had been selling Klaviyo for 10 years, so it's really exciting to continue that partnership and really focus on building our partnership with them by doing more events and hopefully even going to Denver.
absolutely. Absolutely. No, I mean, I couldn't be more blessed to see the partnership we have with Klaviyo right now. And it's funny. We've been, Bread Loaf, we've been a Klaviyo partner for 10 years
Yeah,
now
yeah.
since I started the company. And we had been tossed around to like a couple different reps here and there, and never really had anyone that was doing much for us. Like I think we had maybe one lead sent to us prior to August this year.
Oh wow.
And,
No way.
Will came on as our new rep, and Will's been absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
And, that really kicked off in September when I went to KBoss and,
Okay.
I
Awesome.
literally told the Klaviyo team and Will, I was like, listen,
Yeah.
Bread Loaf wants to get to 100 Klaviyo clients under management this year. By the end of the year, we want to be winning awards. And now, we're in, a Slack channel with them all day, having multiple meetings a week and,
Yep.
talking with the product team. I just had a call with the founder of Gatsby the other week, who's now leading their social product team about how we can build better integrations with social opt-ins. So I am truly bullish on Klaviyo.
Yeah.
Even though Klaviyo's been around since 2012, 2013, I'm bullish that Klaviyo is still just getting started,
Yeah.
right? And you
Yep.
think about like a Salesforce or a HubSpot, looking at their pedigree over the last 10, 20,
Yeah.
30 years, I really feel Klaviyo's got an incredible roadmap. I'm so stoked we're a partner with them, and we have a lot more to do in a lot more industries as well.
For
So
sure. No,
yeah.
it's super exciting.
Yep.
Yeah. Thanks, Will. Shout out.
Yeah, thanks, Will. So, with that being said, I know we've been, a lot. You've been learning a lot about what we do at Bread Loaf, and
Yeah.
obviously, you're very familiar with the
Yes.
platforms and a lot of the services we're selling. But
Yes.
with everything that we're diving into right now, like, what are
Yeah.
you most excited about with some of the tools or
Yeah.
technology we're using?
Well, I'm really excited about the App Lovin partnership because I
Yeah,
do think, Meta can be tricky and we just need other sources of advertising, other channels. So I think that's a great partnership. And if you want to explain it really quick, it's
yeah, absolutely. So we officially became an App Lovin partner at the end of the year, after testing it out with a couple clients. And App Lovin's essentially become a pivotal piece to our media buying ecosystem. So for the last 10 years, and I've been advertising on Meta and Google since 2011, 2012,
yeah,
and we've been, Bread Loaf since our infancy has been on Google and Meta, and then over the years expanded to Pinterest, Snapchat, TikTok, and all the other pay per play platforms. And we've done a little programmatic on a couple of other DSPs over the years, but programmatic has always been a black box for
mhm,
e-commerce. It's
yeah,
been challenging to find a partner that can get us the same type of performance with a sales conversion objective like we get on Meta and Google, right? So now with AppLovin has been traditionally a DSP that has plugged into all the mobile apps
which is
on your
amazing.
phones.
People are
Yeah.
on their phone all the
Yep.
time.
So think about like Wordle or any of these other apps that are on your mobile phone that you play games on. Essentially, AppLovin's been an advertising partner to all these like different apps for years, plugging into their inventory. And then over the last, I want to say year and a half, they've developed a product called Axon, which is essentially their direct response platform built primarily for D2C brands. And now direct consumer brands can get access to a conversion objective pixel that we can actually run top of funnel with a sales conversion objective to run new customer acquisition through programmatic, which I think is
Amazing.
really exciting.
Amazing.
And
Yes.
it's, for the most part, it's ramping it up is very simple. You do need an invite. So not everyone can, you can't just go to the website and sign up. If you are interested in joining and you're listening to this now, we are grateful enough where we have an intro offer where we can actually, you spend 5K, you get 5K. So if you're interested in that, I'll put a link below where you can book a call with us and we can talk to you about that offer. We actually, I wish we got something on the back end, but they don't give us anything. But
It's just that good though.
yeah, I think we have like 7 or 8 more like invites with that offer. So if you're interested and you're listening, happy to give you one. We're very, very excited about the platform and what it is. And I know our media buying team more or less, like they're finding a lot of momentum, especially with like the older female demographic. Like you have Gen Xers, female Gen Xers and older women that are essentially have a lot of buying power and that are on these games and are playing these
So
games.
interesting.
So like
Yes.
a lot of our like female fashion clients that index, to Boomer Gen X are having a lot of great momentum on the platform. And I'm bullish that this platform is going to become more and more important over time.
Yeah,
It
for
also
sure.
has it also has a direct integration with Triple Whale. So,
Okay.
you're able to measure apples to apples, all your direct response platforms in one place to make sure you're not getting any over attribution, but 100%
Yeah, just a new channel. I think that's great.
absolutely.
And then also with the app, the push notifications, is it TapCart that we use?
Yep,
Yeah.
TapCart. Yep, TapCart
Yeah.
is still crushing it for our clients, and I think it's funny we're talking about app loving with app downloads, but one of the things that we're seeing some great success on with TapCart right now is actually running app download campaigns in middle of funnel.
Okay.
We're seeing great results. Primarily Meta, we're seeing the best performance with iOS downloads, and then with Google, we're seeing the best results with Android downloads. I think it just makes
Makes sense.
sense.
Yeah.
For some reason, Android's not working as well on Meta as it is on Google, which makes sense. Google owns
Yeah.
Android, so it's
Yep.
how it works. But if you're listening to this and you have a TapCard app, install the Android SDK and the Meta SDK and run app download campaigns. They work really well. So it's like I said, I think we were just talking the other day in our media buying call, like one of our fashion brands is getting downloads for like 77 cents.
Wow.
So,
Okay. Very cool.
more app
And
downloads
yep.
means more push opt-ins, which means more revenue at the end of
Yeah.
the day. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. And then
And that's just, yeah, another one of them. Yep.
totally. And I also want to talk about, our new super secret,
Yeah, that was my next one.
AI platform.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. So
So excited about that.
yeah, I know.
I mean, you can literally have like full on lifestyle photo shoots, which is very costly. Again, I've done this all myself. And this is like my dream to, I was never able to have a photo shoot in Joshua Tree with multiple models. I have like a vision and the creative direction. I know exactly what I want, and now I can produce it, for nothing.
Yeah,
Not nothing because we are
it's
paying for
awesome.
this, but
Yeah. So a couple weeks ago, we've been talking with a startup out of the Bay Area that's still in stealth mode called Unit. They have a product called GTV, and GTV has become our secret weapon. It's not perfect by any means, but it's taking time to learn. But we are very bullish as an organization that if you're not learning how to create AI ad creatives and doing it at volume, daily, weekly, monthly, that it's going to be challenging for you to be competitive as an organization in
yeah,
another couple
yeah,
months to another year. So at Bread Loaf, we've fully adopted GTV and we've started the onboarding process. And like I said, there's still a startup, so there's a lot of bugs here and there, but the fact that we can pump out volume creative
Hmm.
and we can bring it to market and prototype it and test it. We have one of our fashion brand clients right now, and the fashion footwear clients. The top performing ad creative right now is a AI ad we built with GTV,
Crazy.
which is just. I mean, we're
Wild.
getting we just had a call with the client, and they're like, yes, they're like, scale it, let's continue, let's keep on doing it. And we've been talking with them for months about this. We were testing out arc ads, Sora 2, VO3 directly in model, but those platforms take way too much time, and you can be spending 3 hours trying to render a product
Yeah.
and
Oh,
and
that's frustrating.
and get a creative at the
Hmm.
end of the day, and it could cost you $100 to $150 in credits to actually get something right.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
biggest challenge we've had with all these other platforms, if you've used these AI
Hmm.
tools,
Hmm.
is that you tell the AI to do something and it charges you credits. And
Hmm.
whether
Yeah.
it nailed it or not, you got charged for that creative,
Yeah.
even if it's useless. So with GTV, we're able to pump out volume
Hmm.
and make it profitable at the
Yeah.
same time for us to do this. So we've rolled it out across almost all of our clients right now, primarily for the our media buying, primarily paid social clients, but we're
Yep.
we're also rolling it out across our retention clients where our creative team needs to fill the gap.
Nice.
And I'm confident that over the next 6 months, we're going to have a full team at Bread Loaf that's going to be like AI ad creative technicians that are going to sit
That's so
between the
cool.
media buying team, the
Hmm.
creative team, the video editing team, the
Makes sense.
strategy team, the retention team to essentially get briefs and build things and
Yeah.
then pass it over.
Yeah.
Right.
No, that's
So,
crazy.
yeah,
Yeah, no, it's so cool coming from the brand side just because not only lifestyle shoots, you can change out models, swap different models all the time. So you have endless people wearing your, apparel or whatever it is. And then also the UGC is great. Like it looks
it's
so
wild.
legit.
Yeah. And it looks so good. And to think about where AI
Yeah.
UGC was three
Yeah.
to 6 months ago,
Yeah.
where it's going to be in another 3 to 6 months to a year, it's going to be very, very challenging to tell the difference. And two, once you put
Yeah.
that UGC into post production, right?
Hmm.
You take out the background, you add on subtitles, you add on all these things. It's very challenging to tell the
Yeah.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's
Well,
awesome.
yeah, I know it's going to be a big piece of what we're doing at Bread Loaf in the future, and I'm excited. I'm also
Yeah,
excited
I'm
for
glad
you to
that
be
we're on
able to
top
use
of
it.
it, because there's a lot of, like you said, time-consuming AI tools that are just too costly, too time-consuming, not good enough. So this is a huge benefit that we have this in our
100%.
back pocket.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Well, what else are you excited about for
Oh
the coming
gosh,
months?
so many things. I'm just excited to meet new people, continue growing, really great relationships, and just helping as many brands as we can. That it's so fun. Like again, like I'm a creative at heart, so it's fun for me to see the AI, get to be involved with my clients and really see them grow. So yeah, no, it's just an honor to be here. I hope to come to LA soon and see you in person and maybe do some events as well.
Absolutely. I know we already have a couple more that we're talking
Yeah,
about doing.
a
So,
bit more
yeah.
traveling now. I have a 2-year-old, so it's a bit easier now to travel. But I know you're still in it, like
Yeah.
3 months.
3.5. Yeah.
Oh,
We're just starting a little sleep regression, but
you're
we're
gonna.
making it
There's
work.
gonna be a lot of them.
Yeah. Last night was her first night out of the snoot and in the crib. So she actually did quite well. She was
Oh,
flipping over a lot. So
wow! At three
she was rolling.
months.
Yeah.
Wow, I feel like we kept our baby in the snoo till like 5 months.
Well, she's big. She's like 98%.
Oh
So she's
yeah.
like her arms, she can touch both
Oh,
sides. Like when the snoo starts to rock,
oh yeah. Oh my
she like puts
goodness.
her arms like this on both sides and like holds herself in there.
No,
Yeah,
it's probably better to start earlier.
yeah.
And it'll be great. You'll sleep better too if she's in her
If you
own
don't know what the snoo is and you're having a newborn, just buy it.
game changer.
It's the
Yep.
best thing you
We
could
tried
ever
to do
buy.
it without it, and like a few
We
weeks
did
in,
too. We
Adam
did
was
too.
like, "No, anything to help. It's just like another line of defense before you have to go in and get the baby." It's like,
For
okay, that
sure.
might rock her to sleep, and it was amazing. What a great
100%.
company! And again, that's like another, yeah. There's just so many cool like companies with technology nowadays that are
What
really
a
making
fun
life
company to
easier.
work with, which would be sick. You should put that
Yeah,
on your
yeah.
hit
And
list.
we love all the baby companies too because we
Yeah.
personally use a lot of the swirls, and that's really fun for me too. Just like finding new industries and different niche markets to work with.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, I'm couldn't say more good things about the baby market too. Yeah.
Thank
Well, cool. Well, Jana, thank you so much for coming on today.
you,
I'm
Mark.
gonna put your contact info down below in the show notes too. So if anyone's looking to connect with Jana, and she's leading up, growth partnerships and sales right now. So we're
Yeah,
excited to have her
love to
on. And
connect.
if you're looking to come on board as a client at Bread Loaf, you're most likely going to be talking with her. So
Awesome. Thanks, Mark.
awesome. Great. Thanks, Jana.
Okay, bye.